Well, here we are. I'm at the library again. And I did tell you that I was going to read this poem for you, and I am going to read it. But I'm going to take a seat over here right now and get out of the way because it's very busy out here today. I'm at Hack College. And someone actually thought I was videoing them or taking pictures of them. And I'm not trying to do all this. This is my video. Excuse me. So anyway, here we are. I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to do what I said. And I also want to bring it to your attention. A couple questions you might be asking yourself is, how am I actually doing on this 7-day vegan challenge? Well, first things I've noticed, the one thing I've noticed that my skin seems to be getting smoother. Something's happening with my skin, or clear or something, and this is just in 3 days. I also took time out and got on the scale. I don't like to do that all the time when I'm doing something that has to do with making a change with my body, or I noticed I want to work out, do something on my arms or any part. I don't like to get on the scale a lot because I think that it starts, you start focusing on the scale more than you're focusing on the task at hand. So, but I did get on the scale and I noticed that it's saying what I want to hear. So here's the poem for you. It was about, hold on. It was about, well, see, it might be deceiving me here. Okay, the poem is about sand. And again, everything that we listen to or hear, you interpret it the way that works for you. So it starts out that I've observed a locomotive in the railroad yards one day. It was waiting in the roundhouse where the locomotives stay. I was panting for the journey. It was cold and fully manned, and it had a box the fireman was filling full of sand. It appears that locomotives cannot always get a grip on their slender iron pavement because the wheels are apt to slip. And when they reach a slippery spot, their tactics they command. And to get a grip upon the rail, they sprinkle it with sand. It's about the way with travel along life's slippery track. If your load is rather heavy, you're always slipping back. So, if a common locomotive you completely understand, you'll provide yourself in starting with a good supply of sand. If your track is steep and hilly and you have a heavy grade, if those hooves gone before you have the rails quite slippery made, if you ever reach the summit of the upper tableland, you'll find you'll have to do it with a liberal use of sand. If you strike some frigid weather and discover to your cost that you're liable to slip upon a heavy coat of frost, then some prompt decided action will be called into demand, and you'll slip way to the bottom if you haven't any sand. You can get to any station that is on life's schedule seen. You can get to any station that is on life's schedule seen. If there's fire beneath the boiler of an ambition's strong machine, and you'll reach a place called Flushtown at a rate of speed that's grand, if for all the slippery places you've a good supply of sand, it can do you no harm if you memorize the poems quoted in this lesson and make the philosophy upon which they are based a part of your own. All right. So, like I said, I'm at the library. Got to get in here. We'll talk later.